Okay, so imagine a creature that's been drifting through our oceans for over 500 million years. That's way before the dinosaurs. Today, we're going to talk about an animal that lives a life of just incredible extremes. From, and I'm not kidding, biological immortality to pretty much instant death. Let's dive into the absolutely wild world of the jellyfish.
Just think about that for a second. No bones, no brain, no blood. It sounds like some kind of riddle, right? But this describes a real animal, one that's thriving in every single ocean on this planet. So what in the world are these mysterious floaters?
Well, to understand what they are, we've actually got to start with what they're not. And believe it or not, that starts with their name, because jellyfish, well, it's pretty misleading. See, the biggest difference is actually super simple. Real fish are vertebrates. That just means they have a backbone. Jellyfish, on the other hand, are invertebrates, no backbone at all. And that one fundamental difference is why a lot of scientists are now calling them sea jellies, just to be more accurate.
Their whole design is about simplicity, and it really comes down to what they're made of. You and I, we're about 60% water. A jellyfish, it's a staggering 95% water. That's why if one washes up on the beach, it looks like it just vanishes into thin air. It's literally just evaporating.
So that jelly part of their name, it comes from a stuff called mesoglia. This gooey material is what gives them their structure, kind of like a skeleton made of water pressure. It's an incredibly efficient design, and it's the reason they don't need a heart or blood or any of those other complicated organs we have.
Okay, so they're simple, but don't let that fool you, because that simple body plan allows for some truly mind-bending abilities. We're about to explore the two opposite ends of the spectrum, the secret to living forever and the power of a deadly sudden end.
All right, get ready for this one. Meet Turritopsis dohrnii. This teeny creature has earned one of the most incredible nicknames on the planet, the immortal jellyfish. And I promise you, that is not an exaggeration.
So how does it cheat death? It's through this wild process. It's called transdifferentiation. Basically, when an adult jellyfish gets injured or is under a lot of stress, instead of dying, it just hits a biological reset button. It shrinks back down to its earliest stage of life, called a polyp, and then grows into a brand new, genetically identical adult. It just starts its life completely over.
Just let that sink in for a moment. This isn't just healing. This is a complete reversal of the aging process. It is the only known animal in the entire world that can pull this off. It's biological immortality, plain and simple, and it's a phenomenon that has scientists completely captivated. I mean, think of the clues it could hold for everything from human aging to cell regeneration.
But we have to go from the extreme of creating life to the other extreme, taking it. Look at this number, 150 million. Any guesses? That's the estimated number of jellyfish stings that happen around the world every single year.
Now, most of those stings are just really painful, but there is one species that's on a whole other level. This is the Australian box jellyfish. It's considered the most venomous marine animal on the entire planet. Its tentacles are nearly invisible, and they can stretch out 10 feet long, just drifting through the water like some kind of deadly net.
The venom is just horrifically powerful. For any person or animal unlucky enough to get tangled up in those tentacles, the effects are catastrophic, and they are immediate. We're talking paralysis, cardiac arrest, and potentially death in just a few minutes.
So, a single jellyfish can obviously be a major threat, but their true power, their real force, that's revealed when they act together. Let's talk about what happens when the jellies take over.
This is what's called a jellyfish bloom. And look, we're not just talking about a big group. We are talking about a colossal, unbelievably dense swarm. In the most extreme blooms, the ocean can become more jellyfish than water, with the swarm covering hundreds and hundreds of square miles.
And these blooms aren't just some weird natural spectacle, they have a huge impact on our world. They can cripple entire fishing industries by clogging up nets, shut down coastal power plants by blocking their intake pipes, and bring tourism to a grinding halt by forcing beach closures all over the place, from Europe to Australia.
So, we've seen their strange biology, their extreme powers of life and death, and their incredible impact when they swarm together. But you know what the most amazing part might be? It's how little we still actually know about them.
Right now, we know of thousands of species, but scientists believe that is just the tip of the iceberg. The current estimate is that there could be as many as 300,000 species of jellyfish out there that we have not yet discovered.
And that kind of leaves us with this one last lingering thought. These creatures have survived for over 500 million years. They saw the rise and fall of the dinosaurs. They've witnessed the entire history of humanity. They are ancient survivors from a world we can barely even imagine. Which really makes you wonder, what other secrets are they still hiding down there in the deep?